Livewire is brought to you by Pristine Productions. Digicel. Get more, love more, live more.
Yo, 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 yo. I want to say, what up to my peoples? And be sure to subscribe to me, of course. I want to say, Happy New Year, guys, and hope you have a safe Christmas. Well, tell me earlier from one time, but this is your boy, Andrew Ray, when he has to be stepping into the Christmas time here. Now, be sure to follow me on YouTube here. And I have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. My music video is going to be released soon as well, January the 1st. So I want to check that out there. And of course, to check out Pristine Productions here if you want to get the latest soca, trap, dancehall beats. You want to buy my course, learn that pro style of mixing there. Scroll down. But today we got a very special program here. We're going to talk about cinematic designs. I'm going to share how you can make the Black Empire 2023 Netflix here. And this is a design tutorial for you guys that want to learn how to get that cinematic, color graded artwork. Whether you're an artist or a poster designer or even a movie trail cover design, So I'm going to share how you can do the tips and tricks here to get that Black Empire mix here. So let's get right down into it here. Now I'm going to go straight into a Photoshop here. Now, first thing first, guys, if you guys want to, there are three principles I want to teach you today. Is color matching, which we're going to be blending the subject and the background, and we're going to talk about darkness and brightness, and of course perspective, which is your placement in the frame so you can sell the effect. For example, if you're doing a green screen, you don't want to crop yourself too small. You want to make sure it fits the frame. So let's get into it here. Now I'm in Photoshop here, and this is my preset here. I'm using 1280 by 720 for that kind of movie size here. Well, you can use whatever mix. For mixtape, I would recommend 16,000 by 16,000 pixels. So let's get to our materials here. Let's see what we got here. So we have a blank canvas here, and I'm going to get my materials here. We're going to be using this picture here. Nice high quality picture here. Now, you got to make sure you have good high resolution pictures, guys, else your stuff won't look as good. So make sure you take good pictures here. So I'm going to use this pretty model here. And of course, we're going to use the background here. And we're going to use a Netflix logo here. So I'm going to drag the background in here, and I'm going to size it up here. Let's bring this up here and put it there. So this is going to be my background here. I'm going to drag in the photo. Now I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, so I don't bore you. I don't want to be those guys that take 3-5 hours to do a mixtape design. I want to show you in a matter of a couple of minutes here how we can get nice stuff within the time. So let's get into it here. So I'm gonna drop the picture in here. Now, what I typically like to do, let me see here. Okay, I'm kind of out of that. And what I typically like to do is set the perspective. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fade her out a little bit here so I can see you want to move around. For the first thing we're going to do, we're going to adjust the perfect. So we're going to move her around, maybe adjust her size to see if it matches here. So I can go to Control T. You know, if you go too small, it might not work there. I want to make her gigantic. The vision for this artwork was to give her a sense of power, like she's Lady Liberty, Statue of Liberty here. It's going to be called Black Empire here. So we want to go with a large frame here. So I'm going to drag her to the left here. And just to get a little bit of transparency here, just to see how she may look, see if it blends. For example, if I were to cut her out, I want to see if, you know, basically if she's the size of Godzilla, how would it look for her to be standing on a city here, since she's a giant woman here. That's looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down to my selection. I'm going to go to select subject here, and Photoshop is going to go ahead and cut out her image for me, so I don't have to waste my time doing that whole pen tool thing. Sometimes I still use the pen tool, but so there's Photoshop doing its thing, and I'm going to hit on the mask tool here. And there we have her there. So Photoshop did a lovely job here. Now I can see a little bit of a little white background here. I need to go ahead and quickly take out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the background eraser tool here. A sample piece of her here. And I'm going to take out that white leak there. Take out a little bit of white there. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because it's nighttime, so it already looks like the stars are shining behind her here, but it's actually some of the white. But I'm going on layer, I'm going to go on matting here, I'm going to defringe a little bit here, which is to remove some of the, as you can see, some of the residue from the white here, so I'm taking that out. And let me see if I can do a little bit of spot cleaning here. I'm just going to paint over this section over here, there. Over here. Here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. I'm gonna use the lasso tool here. This will take out a little bit of white. And I'm gonna go to fill. Now the main thing, what I want you guys to pay attention to, guys, I know I'm doing some pretty advanced thing here, but it's how I'm gonna blend this stuff. I'm just working on some of the little imperfections here, but we can pretty much sell the effect here. Okay, let's sample that. Let me use a clone tool. Let's erase that little bit of white. There we go. Okay, much better. Scroll down here. I'm gonna go back to my view here. Now, what the first thing I want to do here, now I talk about color and color matching here. So she's a little bit more bright, more highlights. The background's a little bit dark. So we're gonna attenuate the background here to match her up here. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to image, let's go to shadow highlights. Let's bump that up a little bit there. We're gonna fix the rest here. What I'm gonna do is create that. I talked about darkness and darkness and brightness here. So we're gonna use that vignette to kind of give a relationship between her and the background here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get a layer here. I'm gonna fill that with black here. And there are many methods you can do, but this is typically what I like to do here. I'm gonna mask that. I've got my brush tool here. And I'm gonna paint back from in the middle here. Let's take the opacity up. So I'm painting back in the picture here to create that vignette so it can kind of glue the background and her. Catch some of the front end here, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and filter here, and I'm gonna go to reduce noise so I can slightly blur the background, smooth it out a little bit here. And I'm gonna go on her. I'm gonna go on effects, create some rim light bevel, which I select the color here of the C here. So it's got a little beveling going on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and create some lights. I'm gonna create a layer here. And I'm gonna hold my Alt key here. I'm light up the place here. I'm gonna switch up the mode of screen. Maybe go by here, there. I'm gonna go back on her bevel here because I'm not seeing a rim light. Oh, there it is. So I'm painting. I'm creating some light where a light would be shown around her if she was this giant person standing over the city here. So that's what I'm doing here with lights here. And you can adjust, use screen, whatever. Try different modes. Bring the opacity up. And go by here. Now, a technique I want to now blend, give even more blend to her with the background. So I'm going to match the colors of the background to her. So let me go ahead and make a copy of the background here. I'm going to drag that up. And I'm gonna filter, I'm gonna go and blur, Gaussian blur. I wanna blur out the entire thing. I just wanna keep the colors here. I'm gonna switch to color mode here. As you can see, she's still kinda a little bit too brighter than the background. I'm gonna bring down the colors. Bring down the fill, maybe about 23%. So do a little bit of coloration from the background to her. That's what makes sense here. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a little bit of dodge and burn here. I'm going to darken the dark parts and brighten the bright parts here. So maybe go about here, maybe right here, around here. And I'm going to switch that to dodge. A little bit of highlight here. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to desaturate the background because it's a little bit too colorful here. So I'm going to lay down, I'm going to take out the, take down some saturation here. Because when I color correct both of these, I want the colors to join here. Now it's looking pretty good here. So I'm gonna do some text here. Let's say 5 seasons series. Now font is the key, guys. You want to make sure you pick some nice font. Okay, I'm gonna use that there. I'm working my title. Black Empire, but I want a more bolder look. Okay, that'll work right there. Put that there. And let me bring in the Netflix logo here. Give it a little bit of shrink. Bring it down here. Now you can see it's getting a little bit more cinematic here. And now I'm going to do a little bit of color grade here. So I'm going to bring up the curves here. And we're going to do a little bit of overall darkness a little bit more. And then we're going to mess around with the highlights a little bit. I'm going to go down to my blue channel here. So I can get things blue a little bit here. I'm going to go to my red channel. Have a little bit of saturation here. So I'm getting that teal look. You can see it's all coming together here. Now I'm going to go ahead and create one more layer because I want to add a tone to this look here. So I'm going to add a little bit of warm tone. So let's go ahead and do that. Create a layer here. And I'm going to fill it with, let's see, the color brown. We're going to switch it to soft light here. Let's bring this down. And we can experiment with the blend mode here. Let's see what luminance is doing here. We have color, luminance. Now I like luminance here. Let's go with luminance for right now, and then we're going to add another layer. Luminance is kind of brightening up those dark shadows so you can let it blend more. So I like what luminance is doing here. This is before, this is after. But I want to get some more colors here, so I'm going to go down to let's go to vibrance. I'm going to add a little bit more here. Add a little bit of saturation here. I'm going to increase saturation. somehow feel like she needs more. Make a copy of that color there. I'm gonna go back to check that out. I want to give her a skin tone a little more red there. So I'm gonna pull up the curves here. Push it a little bit more red. I'm also gonna go on her layer and add a little bit more saturation. Okay, that's looking good here. Now the Netflix is a little bit in the dark there. Let's see, what did I do with that? I have the Netflix. Okay. So I'm gonna drive the Netflix underneath the black layer here, and just to give it a little bit of a cinematic tease, I'm gonna mask a little bit of that shadow out of the Netflix here. So I'm gonna get my brush tool here, and I'm gonna paint a little bit right over there. I'm also gonna put, let's see, the year 2023, and there it is, guys. 5-scene series Black Empire 2023 Netflix, and we have that cinematic look. And this has been a little bit of test out video. That's, if you guys want me to do design for your iTunes, if you're artists, you want me to do a poster design, flyers, send Mac stuff, raise the way to go. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.